Aggretsuko was a major hit in the States due to its universal relatability, but what if I told you how painfully accurate of a depiction of office life in Japan this anime was? Let's examine it on Brotakuza. Konnichiwa, snitches. I'm B. This is Brotakuza. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Netflix's hit anime Aggretsuko, about a female red panda and her workplace woes in modern Japan, as well as her love for death metal karaoke, which is her coping mechanism. Well, I'm a little late to the party as this show originally hit Netflix about 4 months ago, but as I've recently joined the Japanese workforce myself, I think watching Aggretsuko now has helped me better appreciate the plight of the average Japanese employee. Now, I don't personally work in the most traditional Japanese office environment, but I have close friends that definitely fall into those typical salaryman or office lady roles, and they've discussed that there are some aspects of Japanese work culture that are addressed in Aggretsuko, some of which are a little disturbing, while others can be downright disgusting. So let's start with number 1, which is Ochakumi. So in episode 1, we're introduced to the tradition of Ochakumi, which is a common workplace practice where female employees, called office ladies, serve the male employees, or in most cases just the boss, a cup of tea at designated times, with the ladies taking turns to fulfill this responsibility. And it's made very clear in Aggretsuko that this is strictly women's work. Take a look.
それでは仕事に戻ります。
じゃあ。
は？
じゃあ。
はい？
茶を入れろ。これも仕事だ。女のね。
Now, I remember reading a Huffington Post article written by an American woman who worked as an office lady in Japan, where she said foreigners were exempt from Ochakumi at her company after another American woman who came before her flat out refused to take part in it and let it be known to her boss that it was beneath her. And I mean, can you blame her? I mean, who goes to college for 4 years just to be a tea server? I only wish her rebellion resulted in everyone being exempt from it, because from the way that this anime depicted Ochakumi, it seems like even Japanese women aren't too fond of it either, and only a couple months ago, a Japanese woman made it known that she's reached her limit with this old custom. So hopefully things do change. Now, number 2, sexism. Now, while the Me Too movement found its way to Japan, which in itself is quite a feat considering how entrenched in its old ways this country tends to be sometimes, it really didn't make as much of a dent in the long run. And episodes 6 and 7 show just how easy it is for men to sidestep any repercussions for their actions against women in this male-dominated Japanese workplace. Now, while not sexual in nature, Aggretsuko has been on the receiving end of increased power harassment from her pig boss tone on the basis of her gender. And instead of stepping up in Aggretsuko's defense, the other male employees take advantage and pile on against her. So Aggretsuko's new friend Washimi, who is higher up on the food chain, decides to get in the elephant president's ear about the situation, and his initial reaction was one of skepticism and apathy.
大したことないやつなんじゃないの？ほら、すぐギャーギャー騒ぐ人っているから。
This is the president, and apparently this isn't far off from reality. But where it gets really disgusting is that after the president does reluctantly and barely reprimand Aggretsuko's boss, Tone only doubles down on the bullying and says outright that he'll get away with it during a karaoke battle at a company drinking party.
それ以上でも以下でもね、つまりお前にかけてるフィロソフィー。
Number 3, overwork. In America, we follow the creed of working to live, not living to work. In many cases in Japan, however, it's quite the opposite. Most employees are known to put up insane amounts of overtime hours, most of which is unpaid, and Japan is known as the land of karoshi, which is death from overwork. And some black companies, which is a name given to companies with sweatshop-like employment systems, have been able to withstand the Japanese government's attempts to combat these business practices. So in episode 2, we see Tsubone, a jaded older female employee, constantly dumping her work onto Aggretsuko. As she notices Aggretsuko looks to be burned out though, it appears that she might actually have some sympathy for her subordinate when this happens.
つまりあんたはまだ仕事の筋肉が足りてないってこと。はい、どんどん頑張って筋肉つけちゃって。
Which leads me to number 2, which is the issue of inequality. Now, as the work continues to pile up on Retsuko, she sees that there are other male employees who look like they have nothing to do and points this out to Tsubone.
あそこに人手が余ってるように見えるんですけど。
Now, you would think that Tsubone, who is also a female, would empathize with the situation, but being the old traditional style lady that she is, she responds simply by saying this.
あれは仕事。
はあ。
Although many believe that more women in the business world, and specifically more women in leadership positions, is crucial to Japan's future, this concept is still met with a bit of resistance and resentment in the workplace as it conflicts with long-standing cultural norms, which leads us to number 5, the marital escape plan. So when you look at all these things that Japanese women have to deal with in an office setting, it's no wonder that they all come to the conclusion that Retsuko reaches in episode 4.
結婚、家庭、退職、専業主婦。
So this is a typical pursuit for female working professionals who may see significant advancement at their job as a pipe dream, and the only way to get off that dead-end track is to find a husband and have a child so that they can live out their days as a stay-at-home mom. You might say that that only reinforces Japan's prevailing gender roles, but I guess it is what it is. But let me know what you think. Did you like Aggretsuko? Did you find some things about it a little bit alarming? How does it relate to where you live and your office environment? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, smash that subscribe button, and make sure you come back for the next video. But until then, I'm B. Sayonara, suckers.